What's up? It's your girl Zari from Ace and Zelo TV, and I'm back with another video. I am by myself, as you guys can see. So with that being said, I'm about to be telling y'all some real tea. This video is long overdue, y'all. Everything y'all wanted to know is gonna be in this video. This might be closure to a lot of people. This might be just information to a lot of people, a lot of our supporters. So with that being said, I'm not gonna waste no more time talking. Let's just get into the video. Okay, so how me and Ace met. Well, if you guys watched our couples tag, then you will know that we met through dance. But we really didn't explain how we met. So we met through a company. So let's just start there. One day I was rehearsing with the company, and then our company founder, he announced that there would be 2 new members, which was a friend of mine and Ace. And they came in, and I was just like, okay. Didn't pay them any attention, just dancing like any other time. But then around this time, we were preparing for a TV show. We were preparing for audition for America's Got Talent. As we started practicing more and more, I started to see that they weren't really interacting with the group. And I'm that type of person, you know, I'm just like, y'all need to come interact with us. Like, we're about to go on a trip. We're about to make some big moves. We're about to be on TV. We're about to be recording. Y'all need to like really interact with us so that we can build some chemistry. That's what it was. I want him. I mean, you know, of course I see him and I think he's like attractive or whatever. I really wasn't focused on dating. I was focused on myself. I was at a time in my life where it was just like, I hate men. I really wasn't planning on talking to him or anything. I just wanted them to be a part of the group and us to feel like a group more. Let's fast forward to the trip. We actually went on a trip, and I ended up riding with Ace, but it wasn't planned. My friend who I was supposed to ride with, he was supposed to drive, and he ended up not driving. So he was like, okay, Ace gonna drive. You can ride in the car with him. And I was like, first of all, did you ask him if I could ride in the car? Because I don't know him. He doesn't know me. My friend was like, man, you can ride. If I say you ride, you can ride. So I was like, okay, I mean, it's whatever. So the next night, it was time for us to go to Orlando, which was where auditions was held for the TV show. Came pick me up from my house. We get to the venue and we're just like chilling. You know, I'm really not talking to him because I don't know him. We're all like really just interacting with each other. We had to record some scenes. We were recording scenes and we took a picture. And now that I think about it, we were next to each other in the picture. So if anybody thought that we had something going on prior to that picture, anybody who was speculating, then they probably would have thought that because of that picture. Not thinking nothing of it. I don't want this man. Like I don't. Contrary to many people's belief and contrary to Ace's belief, I did not want him. Like, let's fast forward to after the audition. After we wrapped up set and everything and did our shoots, went to Subway, guys. So get to Subway. Talking a little bit, you know, a little like just, you know, little small conversations, you know, not too major. Ended up sitting together and we started talking. And he was like, yeah, I heard, you know, them talking about your YouTube page. So what you do on there? And I was telling him like, you know, I don't really do anything. I'm just trying to get started. So he was telling me like, oh yeah, I love YouTube. I love watching YouTube. We ended up making our way back. So then I made a bunch of Snapchats and I ended up sending them out to everybody who was in my Snapchats. So I'm gonna show y'all the snap. I sent him our snaps through an app called GroupMe. If you're in college, you know what GroupMe is. Like, that's what we use to communicate as a company. So that's the snap I sent him. The other ones didn't save, so I couldn't send it to him, of course, but it's okay. So we just started talking a little bit more and more, and then he asked me what was the name of my YouTube channel, and he ended up watching my videos, and he was telling me like, giving me some pointers and everything. And I was just like, well, for somebody who, you know, don't like, he was giving me the cold shoulder, like even just trying to be his friend, give me the cold shoulder. So I was like, well, somebody who don't mess with me like that. I mean, he watched my vlogs like the whole thing to give me pointers. Okay, maybe I'm overthinking. Still, I was just like, all right, I'm really just not even trying to talk to him for real, but okay. I was like, well, since you got so much to say, how about you help me out? Since you want a channel too, it could be practice for you, and it could be helpful for me to make my channel grow. So he was like, well, when you want to do that? Tomorrow. He was like, so where we gonna meet at? I was like, we could go to the park. I was really just not trying to deal with like a I didn't want him to come to my house because I didn't want him to have the wrong idea. After rehearsal, he actually did come through. Hold on, let me not lie. I'm gonna get the facts for y'all. Even if I gotta put the screenshots in there, because when Ace do his part, he love to be like, I wasn't sweating you like that. He love to play. So after rehearsal, I ain't text him because I was like, I'm not gonna be thirsty. Had this man thinking I really want him to just come over. Like, if he wanna help me, then he gonna remember. If he like you, or you know what I'm saying, if he's really interested, you won't have to remind him to do stuff. He'll just do it on his own. Remember that. He ended up texting me around 12. Y'all know what 12, after 12, around 12, you know what that means. In college, come on. I was just like, sigh, it's gonna be another one of those situations. He came. When he came, I was in the shower because I had spent so much time trying to clean up my room that I didn't have time to take a shower. So by the time he got there, I was in the shower and I was like, well, just come in. Just come in, I'm in the shower. Got the door open for you. I'm thinking he finna sit on the couch. No, he comes to the room. He's sitting in a chair. I come out with my towel on. I'm just like, okay. That whole night, we were supposed to be working on YouTube. I ended up having to do some homework, so I ended up doing that, and then we just ended up watching like movies. So after that, it was just like, that was a routine for us. Every day after rehearsal, he come to my house. Mind you, still didn't talk about YouTube. During this whole time, he still didn't have my number. So we was communicating this whole time through group me. So I'm just like, okay, well, if he want my number, eventually he gonna ask for it, but I don't want his number. But at that point, it was like, we chilling. Then one night he was like, y'all, I promise you it was 3 o'clock in the morning. But this time, he didn't come to my house normally after practice. I don't know why. It was just like, all right, well, I'm not gonna stress it. Maybe he got something to do. Maybe he talking to somebody else. Like, I really don't care. He texted me, I can't sleep. So I'm just like, oh, okay. He was like, oh, I'm finna give me some cookies. And I was like, from where? He told me the place that he was getting a cookie from. And I was like, all right, well, give me one too. Just testing it here. Cause you know, niggas, when you ask niggas to buy you stuff, even if it's as small as a cookie, they be acting funny. He was like, you gonna come get it, you want me to bring it to you? Nigga, do it look like I'm getting out of my bed for you to give me a cookie? So he ended up bringing a cookie, but before he brought it, he was like, got some water. So I was like, I got water. Is that you trying to invite yourself into my place? Then one day I woke up and I went to class and I came back home and I wrote him. I'm gonna read exactly what I said. So I said, good afternoon, hope all is well. Here's my number, 561. And I told him, I said, I'm tired of using this app, LOL, and the notifications don't pop up like they should. And I was not lying. So he was like, how you know I wanted your number? And I'm like, well, I mean, you don't have to use it. I ain't swing you like that. You don't gotta use it. And he ended up texting me like I knew he would. So let me take a minute to pause and really just explain the feelings and emotions that was going on at this time. Like, as we were spending so much time together, it just felt like we've known each other already. It just was so natural. It didn't feel forced. Like, it's rare that I find guys to hang out with that don't annoy me and that I can just tolerate every day. Because mind you guys, I said we were hanging out every day, so it's really hard for me. I'm a Sag. I really did pay attention to that. And at this point, I mean, us spending so much time together, of course I started to like him. And I know he started to like me too. So if y'all ask Aja or Ace, if y'all ask him, he gonna be like, I ain't like her. Y'all already know the kid was pulling her. Even though we were hanging out so much, it was certain things like when he would feel himself like going a little bit further, he would just like pull himself back. At that time, I had a situationship that I was getting out of. I was a little skeptical because at that point I was like, well, being that you just getting done dealing with that person, I don't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to deal with none of that, and I let him know that very clear. If you got somebody else, like, stay over there with that. Now at this point, I wanted to keep our situation low key because I've been through so much that I didn't want to broadcast nothing and then it be done in 2 weeks or a month. Like, that's pointless. So I was just like, we still just kicking it. Just kicking it like we best friends. Yes, hanging out like this all the time. Having kids, haven't done nothing. Promise you. So at this point in my life, I was going through a lot of different things with school, just a lot of different things with fake friends. So I was kind of irritated, and him coming into my life at that point really was just like a stress reliever. When I would just get done with my day and just come home to that, it would just be like, Just like a breath of fresh air. I felt like God knew what he was doing when he placed him in my life. That we just clicked so instantly. When we got together, we would always talk about dance. We would just always talk about how we felt, what we wanted to do with our careers, like what was our vision for our lives. And you know, most guys do not ask you that. They'll just lay up with you in the bed and that's that. Like, let's pinpoint some important things. One night, I'm just like, I can't sleep. We're texting already. I'm just like, well, I'm gonna go to the park and walk or something. Cause he was like, for real. And I was like, yeah, you don't gotta come if you don't want to. And he was just like, let's go to the park. So we ended up walking around the park. Y'all, I don't know how many times we walked around the damn park. It was cold. I was so ugly. Y'all had some pink LeBrons. Don't nobody want no LeBrons? Pink LeBrons with some linty tights with a black hoodie. We get done. I'm just like, all right, well, I'm gonna go home. He walks me to my car. I get in the car. We're just sitting there like, I already know what you want and you already know what I want. So just come on. So I was like, all right, well, see you later. I remember this so vividly. He grabs my face. He just kissed me. Wall still up. I don't care. Next. He texted me. He was like, I think he said like get home safe or something. Then he asked me. He was like, well, when you coming over here? And I was like, I don't know. You want me to come? He just drops his address, y'all. And I'm just like, turn around so quick. You still ain't getting none. Period. That like whole visit of me coming to his place, like that's when the ice was just broken and we started to get more comfortable with each other. We had each other, like, period. It wasn't no questions asked. I started to cook. And when I started to cook, I was like, what am I doing? Am I really cooking right now for this nigga? I remember telling him that I wanted to go to the fair. Cause I was going with or without him. That was like our first official, like a real date. There was so many people out there that we knew, and it was just like they seen us together. They was like, you know, looking funny, like what's going on here? I already told him, I was like, be prepared for it, cause you already know what's coming. So let's fast forward. One day he ended up texting me saying, like, what are we? We gotta be talking, cause at this point we've spent enough time with each other. Like, we're talking. No, we can work on something, but and if it don't work out, like, we're friends. Like I said, this may be closure for some people. So we've been inseparable ever since, y'all. Like, that's my best friend. That's my road dog. I tell him everything. I tell him all the tea. Look, I be talking Ace ear off. Y'all can ask him. Let's call him right now. He's not gonna admit that, you know, the kid was a snack and he wanted a little piece. Let me turn you up. Tell them that you really did like me and that you gonna stop acting like I was thirsty.
Nah, you was thirsty.
No.
You came in my DMs.
To send you a Snapchat, right?
That's off rip. Come on now. Come on.
Like, I didn't like you. I didn't want you. I didn't nothing.
You came in my DM, first off.
Aja.
So if you ain't like me, you should never came in my DM.
You liked me since we sat down in Subway.
No, because you was already talking to somebody.
Oh! And so were you.
I'm saying off rip. I already knew I wasn't going to be with you.
How you knew?
Because you was always on the phone with somebody.
But that has nothing to do with you. You had a whole situation going on. Spit them facts. All right, bye.
Bye.
Continue history. We like this. With the territory comes a lot of hate. Trust me, a lot of people probably don't like Ace because he's with me. If somebody can just love you so perfectly and in the right way, then I'll be public enemy #1 for that. I don't care. Our channel is gonna be about positivity. We're gonna show you the realness and we're gonna show you how fun it is to actually, you know, have somebody else. Just being able to live life with them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on so that you know when we post a new video. Make sure you guys check out our couples tag, our finesse dance video, Aja's personal vlog, and our Atlanta vlog as well. Make sure you tell your friends about us. Make sure you tell them to come subscribe because we're just a young black couple out here trying to get it. Zelo is out.